and he will be explaining everything there is to know about the fill rate system. Um, sorry, I'm looking at the screen. He knows everything there is to know about the fill rate system. He is in a position where money is not a problem anymore because of the fill rate system. We have John Hilliard here with us tonight. Welcome, John, and thank you, and happy Thursday. Let's get it going.
All right. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you too and to everyone here. Welcome. Welcome. I'm so glad to see everyone here. Feel free to turn on your cameras. And if you have any guests, I want to definitely, welcome them. And most of all, I want to just send a shout out to my team. I mean, I have an incredible team here. Glad to see Shonda tonight. Wow. Shonda is joining us tonight. Cool, cool. Rob, Marie, thank you for the wonderful introduction. Queen Rashida, Dennis, if I missed anybody, wow, of course, our newest distributor, Miss Pastor Barbara Pierce. Definitely love having her as part of the team, man. We are growing. Definitely, if you're thinking about getting into the family, please, don't hesitate. Come on in. We're a big family. We just want to love on you, and could use your help in sharing these products with everybody. Everybody. All right, let's go and get started. On behalf of the entire team, I want to thank everybody for coming on in to listen to this powerful information that can really, really change your life. As I get started, I'm going to share a little bit about myself, and I'm also going to share my screen here. Here we go. Just give me a second so I can get this going. Here we are. All right. Can everyone see my screen now?
Yes, we do.
Okay, great. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go and share this, a little bit about myself and why I entertained the thought of getting, involved in this collaboration. It's a very, very powerful mission. I'm a truck driver. I've been a truck driver for 20 years, pretty much 20 years too long. And throughout my career, throughout my life, rather, I was always a happy-go-lucky guy, big smile on my face. Everyone was always happy to see the big teddy bear come around, entertainer, playing piano, cracking jokes, all this kind of stuff. But deep down inside, I was struggling. I was hurt. I would always try not to let it show, but it was bad. Brain fog, just all kinds of, achy joints, leaky gut. I was in bad shape. So I knew I had to do something. And I came across the field grade system and decided, why not? Let me give it a shot. So they told me to take pictures before I started. And this is a picture that I took. And I started documenting my journey from the day I started. And this pretty much tells my story in this video that you're going to see. So here's my story right here.
Everyone has seen this picture. Yeah, that's all 373.6 pounds of me. Truck driving definitely takes a toll on your health. Achy joints, out of breath just walking to the building, tired all the time, brain fog, waking up with headaches every morning. I knew I had to do something, but everything that I had tried in the past just wasn't working. So I heard about the field grade system and decided to give it a try. Hey, what did I have to lose? They say there's a 90-day money-back guarantee, so I decided to give it a shot.
Okay, here we go. Tastes good.
Well, after being on the system without dieting and no exercise, here's what I look like now. About 100 pounds down and still dropping. Now what are you waiting on? Here's the info to get started.
All right. Yeah. So that's my story. Down 100 pounds, proud of myself, feeling great. I might even be down more than 100 pounds. I almost never weigh myself out on the road, but wow. One thing is for sure, I feel incredible. I really, really do. So where did I find myself? I found myself caught up in what I call the truck driver trade-off. So what is that? Well, it's when you don't really seem to have enough time to spend with your families and friends. And, for truck drivers, that's because I'm always gone. Okay. And even though it can be a good job, you can make some decent money driving trucks. It wasn't really satisfying because when those wheels aren't rolling, you're not making any money. Any truck driver will tell you the same thing. But most importantly, my health and my weight have become a major concern in my life. Okay. Now, everyone here is not a truck driver. I understand that. If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, you're probably not a truck driver. Some of you are, but, most of you are not. But think about your own careers, your own lifestyle, your daily grind. And let me ask you a question. Would it be hard to enjoy life even if you had all the time and all the money in the world, but didn't have great health? Who agrees with that? It'd be pretty difficult to enjoy without great health, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody would agree with that. And with truck drivers, it's a very, very stressful occupation, long hours, odd hours. I'm be driving all night tonight probably, and the food out here is not the best. It's not impossible to maintain a healthy weight, but it's very, very difficult. You got to be very, very creative. So let me share with everybody a few disturbing facts. 90%, actually 93% of adults in America are metabolically unhealthy. They got high blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar problems. They're at an all-time high. A lot of people suffer from unwanted fat and low energy, and I was definitely in that camp. Over 100 million adults in the US are currently dealing with diabetes or prediabetes. Many don't know that they have it. Heart disease, we all know this one. It has become the #1 killer in the world, leading cause of death. And even childhood obesity is growing at an alarming rate. Looking at all this, and thinking about your own situation, would you agree that we have a problem? Raise your hand if you agree with that statement. We definitely have a problem, don't we? And when it comes to truck drivers, you can see here, we're twice as likely to struggle with obesity, 50% more susceptible to diabetes. A lot of truck drivers smoke. And high blood pressure, 87% of truck drivers struggle with high blood pressure. Sleep disorders are also very, very common. Well, one major reason for these serious health problems is our modern day food environment. And, these villains up here, they can, I guess, represent those companies, the CEOs of these companies that we all come to know and love, ready to feed us those 5 major food groups. What is that? We got the high fructose corn syrup, the artificial ingredients, the refined carbohydrates, low nutrients, and low fiber. Yeah, those are the 5 major food groups. It's all very, very addictive. Okay, those aren't the 5 major food groups, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all get it, right? Yeah, like they're saying, they think there's food in our food. Yeah. But we know the processed stuff is bad for us. As a truck driver, I've seen things out here on the road, even the agriculture, the produce. Think about when you go to the grocery store and look at the fruit and vegetables, how huge it is. It wasn't like that decades ago. These pictures represent the difference. Potatoes back then compared to potatoes now. Chickens from back then compared to chickens now. Now they're almost the size of puppies. Fish, grains, all the fiber has been stripped from the grains, and it's just leaving the starch. And all starches is chains of sugar, and all of that is leading to what we call insulin resistance. So, what is insulin resistance? Well, I'm going to go ahead and share some signs of insulin resistance with you. And believe me, you can be insulin resistant for 10, 15, 20 years before your doctor finally gives you that diagnosis of having high blood pressure or being pre-diabetic. Yeah, and you're wondering where that came from. Well, because you didn't recognize the warning signs 10 to 15 years prior. It was all building up. So as I go through these, think about it. Are you or somebody that you know dealing with any of these? The skin tags running up and down the back of your neck. We see them everywhere, and the skin tags themselves are basically harmless, but it's a sign of insulin resistance. Constant hunger, always hungry. Wake up hungry, go to bed hungry. Just can't stay out of the refrigerator. Inability to lose weight, no matter what you've tried. Diets in the past just aren't working anymore. It's not that diets don't work, y'all. It's just they're unsustainable. Here's something else. Constant cravings for salt and sugar. Gotta have the chips, gotta have the cookies, gotta have the crackers, saltines, candy, this, that. What is this? I don't care. Just give me a whole bunch of it. Migraines. I used to wake up with headaches on the truck quite frequently. At some point in time, I kind of felt like I was putting Tylenol's kids through college. That's dealing with so many headaches. Another one is fatigue. You wake up tired. You get up and go, got up and went. Or you get the itis, that sudden urge to want to go to sleep after a big meal. All of that is a sign of insulin resistance. Now, touch the top part of your stomach. If it's squishy, okay. But if it's hard, that's visceral fat that's caked around your organs. That, too, is a sign of insulin resistance. And that actually is pretty dangerous because your organs are supposed to expand, contract, as food, blood, other fluids run through them. If they're not able to do that, that's not a good thing. So I ask the question again. Are you or somebody that you know dealing with any of those? Raise your hand if so.
Yeah.
I got news for you. The answer could be quite simple. It'd be very, very simple. Get rid of insulin resistance, you get rid of most health problems. All right. I'm going to ask one of my partners, Queen Rashida, come up and talk about the company if she would.
All right. Thank you so much, John. Good evening, everybody. You know what I always say is a feel great day. Glad to be here. So, the name of our company is Unicity International. This is their newest facility located in Las Vegas, Nevada. Formerly known as Rexall Drugs, Unicity was founded in 2001 when Rexall merged with Enrich International. In 2006, top Unicity distributor Mr. Stuart Hughes, who has over 3 decades of experience, became CEO and owner of the company. Under his leadership, Unicity has become totally debt-free and is also recognized as one of the top 500 privately held companies in the United States. We're currently doing business in over 60 countries and support over 20 languages worldwide. Unicity's sole mission is to make life better. Unicity holds a very strong position within the wellness industry, which is on track to becoming a $1 trillion industry over the next 8 to 10 years, and is predicted to create 10 million new millionaires. We are Unicity International. Thank you, John.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. So let's talk about the products. Our flagship product is known as the Feel Great System, which consists of 2 very, very powerful food-based products. It's the Unimate Tea and Unicity Balance. Okay. I'm going to ask one of my other partners, Mr. Dennis Williams, to talk to us about the Unimate.
Thank you, John. Our flagship product, as John mentioned, is the Feel Great System, which consists of 2 powerful food-based products, Unimate Tea and the Unicity Balance. Now, the Unimate Tea helps you feel great all day. It boosts your mood and physical performances. It also boosts mental clarity and helps with brain fog and supports mental health. Now, it supports hunger, cravings. It gives you 10 times feel-good elements found in a typical cup of coffee without the jitter. It can be enjoyed hot or cold. And it also goes through a 5-step process, which includes hand-picked leaves, fire roasted, extraction, concentrated, and a purification system. That is the Unimate Tea. Thank you, John.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Williams. You know, and not only is this just a delicious tea, but I love the clinical studies that have been done on the Unimate. I mean, look at some of these, you know, aerobic strength, you know, increase in aerobic exercise, you know, by 13%. Supports your well-being, psychological well-being, you know, increased by 20% after taking the Unimate. It's because of all the chlorogenic acid in it. You know, it has more, 375 times more chlorogenic acid than any standard yerba mate drink, and even more chlorogenic acid than a cup of coffee. It supports your metabolic health. You know, look at these studies on cholesterol numbers. You know, the LDL, the HDL, triglycerides, all of them, you know, got better, improved, and even A1C levels came down. It also supports your weight management, 10% reduction in waist circumference. You know, hip circumference is down by 7%, almost 5% reduction in weight. I mean, this is some powerful stuff. And that's only part of the Feel Great System. The other part is the Balance. Now, Balance is a pre-meal drink. And when it's mixed with water and taken before your meals, it provides critical fiber support. It slows down the digestion of carbohydrates and also promotes healthy blood glucose, insulin, cholesterol, and triglyceride levels. It also has a 7X technology in it, plus a fiber matrix. And all that provides 8 different strands of fiber that cause you to feel full for a very, very long time. And one thing that I just found out recently is that one of those types of fibers called beta-glucan, in addition to the Unimate helping your body to produce GLP-1, so does beta-glucan, which is found in the Balance. I mean, this stuff, everybody's going after GLP-1s nowadays. You got the 1-2 punch. You know, we're just getting all these GLP-1 stimulants from both products, all right? It has that vitamin complex that provides you with those daily vitamins and minerals, and also helps to balance out your gut health to help get rid of unwanted body fat, all right? Now, when you have the Balance, it keeps your carbohydrates, the impact that the carbohydrates have on your blood sugar low, all right? In other words, the glycemic impact is diminished. This chart right here represents without the balance and with the balance. You can see on the left, without the balance, you have a heavy glucose spike, especially with the carbohydrates. You're not unable to burn fat for fuel. You're constantly hungry. You get cravings a lot, and can lead to a little bit of irritability. Anybody experienced that before the
Yes.
field? Yeah. Well, when you
Yeah.
have the balance, that glycemic impact is minimized. So you don't have that big blood sugar spike. No big spike, no big crash. You're able to burn fat a lot easier. Your hunger is controlled. Your cravings are controlled, and you got steady energy, and that irritability, hey, you start to mellow out really, really good. All right. So let's talk about how to take the system. Well, after this slide, I'm sorry. This is how we do things at Unicity. We have our own dedicated in-house scientists and specialists. There's also third-party certifications, the NSF, the Clone List, Informed Choice. These are sports organizations, and professional athletes aren't going to put just anything in their body. Feel Great System, Unicity also has 18 natural products that can be found in the medical PDR, including the Feel Great System. Ask your doctor about it. He'll look it up. You can't just get in the PDR. You have to have all those studies done on your product to get in there. All right. It's been clinical studies done by leading hospitals, universities, BYU, Cleveland Clinic, UNLV, Sydney University, Columbia University, even the University of Connecticut. And the Cleveland Clinic went so far as to say that such a product, if taken regularly, could lower cardiovascular risk on a population basis and potentially decrease the need and or doses of lipid-lowering prescription drugs. That's the Cleveland Clinic, y'all. If everyone's taking this, believe me, heart disease will cease to be the leading cause of death in the world. That's how I interpret this statement. All right, and that's the Cleveland Clinic, #1 heart hospital in the world, saying that. These products are patented, and the ingredients are sourced directly from the farmers. All right, so now let's talk about how to take the Feel Great system. I'm going to ask my partner, Marie Ramirez, to go ahead and elaborate on that.
Thank you, John. Well, finally something simple that tastes good. I wanted to explain that for some people that are new here. We're now taking the Feel Great system. Is this a 2.0? No, this is the one.
Actually, it's both.
Both.
Actually, it's both. Okay, I want to talk about the old way, how we used to take it. We used to get 30 samples of the Unimate and 2 balances. So we would have 2 meals a day, but we would get a lot of leftover balance. So now we are doing 2 Unimates, 1 balance. So as you can see here in the chart, we start off in the morning with our Unimate, then break our fast with a balance, and we can continue with the Unimate after the evening. It pretty much the 2.0, we get 60 Unimates and 30 balances. I think that works out perfect, but if you're here using it for the very first time, you still don't have enough fiber in your body, you're trying to work your hunger issues, we always offer at the end of every order, we always offer, Unicity always offers an extra box for you to, get the fiber, the extra fiber, or you can call the 1-800 number and let them know that you want the old system, just the 2 Unimates, 30 balances, or the 2 balances. I'm sorry, the two Unimates and 1 balance.
All right. Thanks for that. All right. So one thing that people are noticing when they get on the Feel Great system, in addition to how their health improves, is how their wealth improves. These are just a sample of the comments that have come in from users of the Feel Great system. Look at these savings, y'all. $200 a month on groceries, $500 a month in savings. The system pays for itself. Medications being reduced. No more antidepressants, high blood pressure meds, insulin, reduced. All that, equates to cost savings. There's even a CPA among these comments that is recognizing how much money she's saving. So people might be turned off a little bit by the price, or they might be taken aback, but really, the system does end up paying for itself. It really, really does. And that's our system. 2 powerful food-based products, when coupled with time-based eating, has simply been proven to reverse insulin resistance. These products are safe for children as well as lactating mothers, and they also taste great. The system is unique, unmistakable, and simply impossible to duplicate. All that makes sense, everybody, right? Raise your hand if all that makes sense.
Yes.
All right. So with all that, All that being said, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen temporarily. And let's go ahead and open it up for any questions, comments, testimonies. Also, I definitely want to welcome any of our guests. If you have guests here, feel free to go ahead and welcome them in. Floor is yours.
Hey, John, I got a testimony.
Sure enough.
My dad's 74 years of age, and he's reversed his diabetes. He was taking 45 units of insulin a day.
Fantastic.
Completely off now, right?
Wow.
Completely off of it.
All right.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Congrats. Hey,
Congratulations.
John, I
Yes, ma'am.
want to welcome Loretta Jackson. She's with us tonight. She's my new customer, and I just want to say welcome, Loretta. Thank you for being here with us. If you have any questions, let us know.
How you doing, Miss Loretta? How are you enjoying the system so far?
I'm doing good, thank you. Is it
All
on
right.
mute?
All right.
Can
How
you
long
hear
has it
me?
been now?
Okay.
John,
been-
I'd like to welcome our newest partner, Pastor Barbara Pierce,
Mhm.
doing a dual role in Columbus and Texas. So,
All right.
Barbara, welcome, welcome, welcome. And I see that you have a guest on. Say hello to everybody. And how are you doing, by the way, on the system?
Oh, I am doing fantastic. I was talking to Jan, one of our newer customers, and she was saying how well she felt, and we was both laughing and giggling and carrying on the phone. We was we was feeling like so great, you know. And so I am out there now getting ready for tea parties. I have 3 that I'm setting up, and then I'm getting ready for the mega meetup here in and I was just telling Brother John earlier that I'll get with him later because I want to talk some dates with him and stuff like that for the teas. Okay. So I'm having a great time. I'm really enjoying this. I'm enjoying helping other people, you know, as well as myself. So thank you so much for bringing me on.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Do we have any other guests or
Yeah,
testimony?
I do. I have Miss Jan is on here. Let's see. Miss Jan is on. That's the only one right now is on here right now. She's on here. And she's on it. She's one of the customers.
All right.
Fantastic.
Welcome, Jan.
Yeah,
Welcome.
Welcome,
How are you
Jan.
enjoying the system so
thank
far?
you. I am enjoying it. I feel a lot better. I've only been on it for about, I don't know, about 7 days or so. And I just feel great. I don't feel so tired, and I have more energy, and I don't feel so lackadaisical. Have a better word, but I just feel like, oh, I can do this, I can do that, and the energy is just there, and I feel
Wow.
better, and my appetite. I'm not as hungry as I used to be.
Fantastic.
So I'm just enjoying it, and I'm hoping that I can get off of some of the medication that I'm on.
You will.
It's working.
Yes,
right.
it's working. Thank
Fantastic.
you all. Thank
Congratulations
you.
and welcome again.
Congratulations.
All right.
Welcome.
All right.
You're
You know,
welcome.
I definitely want to encourage everyone. You know, if you're a guest here, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, definitely get back with the person that invited you, the person that sent you this link, this video, and order the system through them. You know, we have so
Brother,
many.
Brother John, I just want to say this. When I know at the beginning, before I started taking, I said I wasn't interested in the losing the weight part. But guess
Mhm.
what? I got on my scale the other day and I lost 4.5 pounds. What?
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Yes.
Congratulations on that. All right. All
Congratulations.
right. Great. Yeah, definitely everybody, you know, get back with the person that invited you on the Feel Great system. We have so many, you know, wonderful, you know, testimonies of people that, you know, losing weight, getting their lives back. And I want to encourage you, share your referral link. When you do, and somebody orders the system, you're going to save $10. Okay, money's a motivator. We want everybody to get some sort of benefit in addition to improving their health just by using these products. Okay, and I mean, so many. I mean, but it's not enough. With all the people, 93% of the people that are on the Feel Great system, I mean, that are eating this product, we definitely need to get them in the hands of more and more people as these videos continue to play. Okay, all right. And invite them to our Zoom meetings. This is the slide I was trying to get to. Invite them to our Zoom meetings. We have Zoom meetings Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. That way they can get all the information, they can hear all the wonderful testimonies, but most importantly, they can get their questions answered. Okay. Now, in addition to earning those credits that are good for anything in the Unicity store, we also have an opportunity available for people to actually earn money. Okay. Maybe you're a little bit ambitious. If that's you, then consider collaborating with us. Come out to our Zooms on Saturday morning and hear about the business opportunity that's here. You know, I want to go ahead and open the mic up to Coach Hoyd to elaborate on that, if you would, please. And feel free to screenshot this, y'all.
All right, I just want to say happy Thursday, everyone. In this economy right now, Jan, everybody needs to have a side hustle. I remember when I was a young kid, I always had a lawnmower or something. I was trying to sell candy. I mean, the prices are right now, the gas prices, milk prices, egg prices are out of control. So I'm going to tell you right now is that maybe your number is just an extra $100 a month. Maybe that's just helping out an extra 10 people. Well, 10 people is $250 a month. So you're actually going to make more money just helping out 10 friends and families. And most people, John, know more than 10 people that actually need the system. So I'm going to go and kick it up a notch and go ahead and be like Miss Rashida. Help out 20 people a month. And I'm going to tell you now, that's the extra $500 a month. Now, how many guys, by a show of hand, would love to have an extra part-time side hustle, maybe just an extra $500 a month? Just every month, $500. Wave your hand at me. $500 a month. Would you guys agree with that?
Yes.
Now, if you want to add a zero, you can add a zero to that. And sometimes your side hustle can turn into a full-time hustle like me. And again, make six figures. But I'm going to tell you that everyone on this call, if you're not a part of the system or part of the team, you need to upgrade and get a side hustle. And the best part about it is that if you have the product and if you're a licensee, you get to get the product not only for a freebie, but actually help people at the same time. So come out Saturday, learn a little bit more about what I mean by that. I don't want to go into too many details, but I want to let you know that there is an opportunity to come into the business and get yourself a part-time side hustle. Now, you may be retired, like 77-year-old Miss Queen Rashida, making an extra $500 to $800 a month. So I'll tell you now, Dennis is on fire there. He's retired. He's making a lot of revenue there in the Columbus area. You can see that big smile. You can see that big smile on his face, and you can just see him going on. And even more, you can go down and see Miss Maria Ramirez. She's smiling too. She's just waving. How's everybody doing? Because I'm going to tell you now, this side hustle is turning into a full-time hustle for a lot of people. Now, part-time, all we ask you is for 4 hours a week, 16 hours a month, and you can literally turn this into a part-time side hustle. So if you're looking for a side hustle, go ahead and type in me in the chat, and we'll go ahead and talk with you. Thanks a lot, John.
All right. Thank you, Coach Owen. Appreciate it. All right. I want to focus again on the other meetings that we do throughout the week. As a matter of fact, right after this meeting, our own nurse, LaVanya Crawford, is going to be hosting her own event. We're just going to keep it going. I'm going to go ahead and spotlight her so she can go ahead and elaborate on what's coming up at the top of the hour.
Hi, everyone. We have a big crowd here tonight. So this means we are growing because what we have, no one else has it in the world. So please come back at 7 o'clock, top of the hour, and bring 3 guests with you that needs to hear about the amazing Feel Great system because it's time to take control and claim your health back. So see you at 7. If you don't have the link, get back to the person that invited you to the 6 o'clock link, and they can share with you, and you can come right back on and join us and bring 3 guests or bring more with you.
All right. Thanks, Nurse Crawford. Thank you very much. Yeah, we have like people all over the world using this system, all over the world, all over the country. And I was on a Zoom meeting with Unicity last night, just focusing on everything that's going on in the world with the tariffs and everything. Not getting political. I don't know and don't care which side of the spectrum you're on. We just know what's going on. Unicity, we do business in over 60 countries, And in a lot of those countries, we have our own manufacturing facilities, which means that for us, the tariffs are not an issue. Not an issue. Okay. Look on the back of your package. It says made in the USA. You know, Canada might get theirs from somewhere else. Other countries might get theirs from somewhere else, but we get all ours from right here in the United States. So don't even worry about tariffs affecting this. All right. Which was good to hear.
Amen.
All right. So I want to thank everyone for coming out. Am I missing anything? Upcoming events, mega meetups. We are going to be announcing one in the Dallas-Fort Worth area soon. As soon as we get those dates, we'll let you know. I believe we do have some coming out in California as well.
Yeah, we do. We will be on the 26th. We'll be in Sacramento, California. Be prepared, Ms. Rashida. We're going to pick on you a little bit to work on a little bit, trying to get to the news stations. We're going to really ramp that meeting up to, and I know Ms. Rashida, she loves to come back out to the West Coast. So we're going to somehow get her out here on the West Coast. And anybody else that wants to jump on the plane and come on out to our Northern California up in Sacramento mega meetup on April the 26th. It's going to be at the Garden Inn, Hilton Garden Inn there in Sacramento. It's going to be an amazing meeting. We were there this past 2 months ago. I think it went by so fast. And it just really we spread it. We kind of scattered the seed, and we're pretty excited about what's going to happen next. Now, Miss Lavanya Crawford, she also has something coming up there in Bakersfield. What day is that?
May 24th. May
May
24th.
Right.
Mark your calendars.
Now, what I want to do, everybody, real quick, John, if I can, John, is I want to share with everybody this. If I can share my screen, or if you have the slide. What we found out is a lot of people cannot come out to our Monday through Friday calls. So we have a lot of partners, a lot of teammates that said, hey, listen, we need a day that we can bring out our members and they can learn about Feel Great. And we have a massive team. Now, I know you might see this group here. You're like, wow, there's a lot of people on this call. Well, you haven't seen anything yet until you come out to our mega virtual call. And that mega virtual call is going to be coming up here on April the 27th. It's going to start at 3 p.m. You can see the flyer there. It's going to start at 3 p.m. On the West Coast, 6 p.m. there on the East Coast. We have people like gospel Grammy nominee Sherry Moffitt. She's one of our partners in the Florida market. Nurse Lavanya Crawford. We actually have Coach Jimmy Broombaugh. He's a college coach there. So we actually have a lot of partners that are going to be bringing their members on. So you're going to see a pretty robust meeting on that Sunday. It's a Sunday wellness. Take a screenshot of that or get back with the person that invited you, because we know some people want to bring their family out on the weekends. So we'll start doing this maybe once a month. This is our beta test. We're going to try it out. We're trying to get to 500. We're trying to get to a 500 number on that webinar. But please take a screenshot of that, share that. And anybody you bring, Jan, and they use your referral code, you get a $10 product credit. So if you bring 20 people, you literally get $200 off your next order. That's massive. So that being said, John, thanks a lot. And everybody, we're looking forward to seeing you, if not on our weekly calls, on this April 27th call.
All right. Thanks for that. All right. All hearts and minds are clear. If there is nothing else, we are trying to put together something in Corpus Christi again soon too. Just want to make that announcement. All right. So I want to thank everybody again for coming on out. Yes, Coach.
I'm just excited because our team is growing all over the world. We just had Aurelia Miss Chapman. She's one of our partners in the Atlanta market. If she can spotlight, first of all, her mega meetup coming up in Atlanta, but also if she can spotlight what's happened in Dubai. She just came back from Dubai at our offices in Dubai.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Yes, I went to Dubai and I was able to visit the Unicity office there. It was amazing. They have this great diamond bottle, but it was very interesting to find out that it took COVID to allow this product into the United States. So that was something that I've just learned recently. That's why it's only been here since 2001. That was a great event, but I am having a pop-up event. I'm calling it a pop-up because we had to change locations on the 26th of April in the Water's Edge Clubhouse. Those of you who are from the area, it's in Stone Mountain in the Water's Edge subdivision. It's going to be in one of the clubhouses, but I'll give you more information as I get the specific address to the clubhouse that we'll be in. Thank you.
Can I ask you a question, Ms. Chapman?
Sure.
What changed your mind when you went to a global? Because most people think about, okay, we're Atlanta, we're in California. You kind of have this. I don't want to say a limiting belief, and I'm pretty sure Maria knows what I'm talking about, and all the other distributors kind of know what I'm talking about. Is that you just kind of have this. Well, we just kind of work with people in Texas, or I'm working with my people in Columbus, but you just went to Dubai. You just went to a whole nother. I mean, how long was that flight? And then what changed with your thought process when you went and saw that it's actually bigger in Dubai than it is in the United States?
Yes. So the flight was 16 hours and 35 minutes. So we did, yeah, so it was a long journey. But when I got over there, first of all, the Dubai office is near the World Trade Center. So it's in the financial district. A lot of businesses, a lot of activity through there. Just kind of show you how big it is. One of the lead partners in that market is like almost like a sheik there. He's amazing, and he has a whole staff there that works there in the office. Some of them didn't want to be on camera there, but they've been on the product for a long time.
Wow. Amazing. And how did that change your vantage point as far as looking at it from a global standpoint?
It just really, it excited me. And then I went back and started doing more research just on the products, how it got here. And then, Coach, I think I heard you mention in one of the trainings that it wasn't until they kind of released the standards for the supplements in 2001, which is how we 2021. I'm saying 2001, 2021 to get the product here in the U.S. So that we're only 4 years into that here.
Yeah. Wow.
So we got a long way to go, and we got to get the word out.
Thank you so much. Hopefully that helps somebody. I know it helps me every time I go back and look at her pictures and her trip. I can't wait to go to the Dubai office. They're always. I have customers in Dubai. They're always sending me like pictures of the office. They're always sending me, John, I'm like videos of the office. I'm like, oh, I can't. I'm just excited. If you guys don't know anything about me, I love to travel now. What this company is giving me, the Billy Maria, to walk on beaches, Miss Queen Rashida, I'm able to walk Jan with the sand between my toes. John and I, we've sat on the 19th floor in Pho Qua, Vietnam. Just really just saying, wow, this is an amazing. I'm just gonna say, everybody, this is an amazing life, Miss Rashida. And I just want to say, those that are just joining us, get ready to just welcome to Team Crybaby. I'm emotional. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Really,
That was funny.
I mean, we really are a big family, a big team. I mean, everything from just our get-togethers here on Zoom to the mega meetups to the method that takes place at the Unicity offices, primarily in Las Vegas, to these, nationwide and global events. If you have not been to a Unicity event, you're missing out. You need to get your life right, for real, for real. So many people, with the common, goal, similar mindset. There's something about it that just makes you feel better. They call this the Feel Great system for a reason. And we are the Feel Great community. So when it comes to the business, or even if it's just being a outspoken customer, definitely get involved. Share your referral links. Consider joining the business and collaborating with us. Let's just all go and feel great. I had to get that in there. All right. I do want to thank everybody for coming up. We're about 15 minutes away from the top of the hour. Catherine laughing at me. 15 minutes away from the top of the hour. I do appreciate everybody for coming out. I don't believe there is anything else, right? Right? We're good? Everybody's good? Yeah. Not missing anything? All right. Definitely get back with the person that invited you to not only order the system, but also to get the address for our upcoming events, including Nurse Cropper's at the top of the hour. So, till the next time, as I always say, Y'all going to feel great.
Let's go, baby.
Thank you, John.
Good night, all.
Feel great with the queen.